Hello everyone. I hope you all are in the pink of your health. So in here we are going to solve two really interesting problems of class 10th chapter number 8, that is Introduction to Trigonometry, and we are going to solve two problems, that is question number 5 and question number 10 of exercise 8.1. So are you all excited? Yes? Okay, so let's get started. So here we are going to read the question really carefully so that we know what is given to us and what do we need to find. Okay. So see, here we are given that sec theta is equals to 13 upon 12 and we need to calculate all other trigonometric ratios. So can you recall the other trigonometric ratios? Okay, first tell me how many trigonometric ratios are there? Yes, there are 6. Right, and we are given one of them and we need to find the remaining 5 trigonometric ratios, that is sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta and cosec theta, right. Okay, so let's get started. So we are going to first write the given part, which is sec theta is equals to 13 upon 12. So I know that you all know that in trigonometry we actually understand the relationships of the angles of a right angle triangle and the sides of the right angle triangle, right. So here we are going to consider any right angle triangle, say ABC, right angled at B. Okay, here we have considered angle theta as angle BAC. We can consider theta as this angle also. Okay, so now quickly tell me which side will be the hypotenuse here. Yes, you are right. So the side opposite to 90 degrees is always the hypotenuse. Now can you tell me which sides will be the adjacent and the opposite to theta? Yes. So this is the side opposite to theta and this one is the side adjacent to theta, right. So AB will be adjacent side to theta and BC will be opposite side to theta, right. Okay. So now can you recall what is the formula of sec theta? Yes, in terms of the sides. Yes, it is hypotenuse upon adjacent. Now can you tell me what is the hypotenuse of right angle triangle ABC here? Yes, it is AC. And what is the adjacent side here? Yes, it is AB, right. So the ratio of hypotenuse to adjacent side is AC upon AB, right. So that means we have AC upon AB equals to 13 upon 12. Now does that mean that AC will be just 13 and AB will be just 12? Yes. Okay. So I hope you know this concept. When two certain things are in ratio, then we do not want the values to be fixed. Okay. We just want the ratio to be fixed, that is 13 upon 12. Right. So it can be a multiple of 13 in the numerator and in the denominator we can have multiple of 12. Right. But the same multiple, remember that. So here we are considering that AC is 13K and AB is 12K, where K is a positive real number, right. Okay. So now I want you to tell me, if you have two sides of the right angle triangle, how can you find the third side? That is, how can you find this side BC here? Can you recall that name of the theorem? Yes, you are right. It is Pythagoras theorem which is going to help us to find this side BC. So tell me the statement of Pythagoras theorem. Yes, it is right. So it is the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So here AC is the hypotenuse and the other two sides are AB and BC. Now here we have AC as 13K and AB as 12K. So just substitute and find BC and tell me. Yes, don't worry, I am going to help you. So here we have substituted AC as 13K and AB as 12K. So we know that the square of 13 is 169 and the square of 12 is 144. So now on transposing this term to LHS, we are going to have 169K square minus 144K square is equals to BC square. So we get BC square as 25K square. So that means BC is 5K. Now that we have the third side here, we can easily find the ratios. Okay, so here we have the three sides, AC as 13K, AB as 12K and BC as 5K. So now quickly tell me the formulas of sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta and cosec theta. Okay, do you want any help? Okay, I am there for you. So see, the formula of sin theta is opposite side upon hypotenuse. Now it is very easy, right? Yeah, so the opposite side here is BC and hypotenuse is AC. So we get sin theta as 5 upon 13. Now what will be cos theta? Yes, can you tell me the formula? Yes, but I hope you all know the trick. If you have sec theta, you can just simply reciprocate it and you will have cos theta, right? Easy? Okay. So if sec theta is 13 upon 12, then cos theta will be 12 upon 13. Now tell me, how can you find tan theta here? Yes, you can take it by using the formula or you can simply divide sin by cos, right? So on dividing 5 by 13 by 12 by 13, you will have, yes, you will have 5 upon 12. So now can you tell me how can you find cosec theta here? Yes, we need to take the reciprocate of, yes, we need to reciprocate sin theta. So we will have cosec theta as 13 upon 5, right? Now can you tell me how can we find cot theta? It is the reciprocal of, yes, it is the reciprocal of tan theta. So we will have 12 upon 5 here. I hope it is easy for you, right? Okay. So now let us move on to the another question. Okay, so here we are given that in triangle PQR, right angled at Q, PR plus QR is equals to 25 centimeters and PQ is 5 centimeters. Here we need to determine the values of sin P, cos P and tan P. So here I have written the given part. We know what do we need to find, sin P, cos P and tan P. Okay, so what do we actually need here? Yes, we need to know the sides, the length of the sides of the hypotenuse of the adjacent side and the, yes, and the opposite side to angle P, right? So here let us consider this right angle triangle. Here we are given that it is right angled at Q, right? So now quickly tell me which will be the hypotenuse, the adjacent and the opposite side to this angle P. Yes, the side opposite to 90 degrees will be hypotenuse, right? Here we are given that PQ is 5 centimeters, right? So here PR is the hypotenuse, PQ is the adjacent side to angle P and naturally this QR is the opposite side to angle P, right? Okay. So see, if we have this relation between PR and QR as that the sum of these two sides is 25 centimeters, if we will consider this QR as X, then what will be PR here? Yes, it will be 25 minus QR, that is 25 minus X, right? So now why have we done this? As there are two unknown things to be find out. Here we need to find two unknown things, right? We need to find PR and QR, but we have the relation, so why not just use it? Okay. So what we are going to do is, we are going to apply the Pythagoras theorem here. Okay. So according to this theorem, we are going to have PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. Is it right? Okay. So now what I need you to do is, you need to just substitute the values of these sides and tell me the value of x. Yes, it is very easy for you to find. Okay, do you want any help? Yes, okay, let me help you. So see, here PR is 25 minus x, right? Then this PQ is 5 centimeters, and then this QR is taken as x, right? So now you just need to open this bracket. How do you solve this bracket? Yes, it is just like a minus b the whole square, right? It is an identity, right? So a minus b the whole square gives us a square minus 2ab plus b square. So on applying this identity, we will have 25 square plus x square minus 50x, right? And now we are going to substitute this 5 square as 25. Here clearly this x square gets cancelled, right? So now we got minus 50x is equals to minus 600. How come? We have taken the square of 25, which is 625, and then we have subtracted it from 25, okay. So here we have x is equals to minus 600 upon minus 50. So what do we get x as? Yes, we get x as 12, which is nothing but QR. Now that QR is 12, can you find the value of PR? Yes, it is 25 minus 12. So it will be 13, right? Now that we have the values of the sides, we can quickly find sin P, cos P and tan P, right? So we know the formula of sin P is opposite upon hypotenuse. So here opposite is, yes, which side? QR, and hypotenuse is PR. So we will have 12 upon 13. Now cos P will be the ratio of adjacent side and hypotenuse. Here adjacent side to angle P is PQ and hypotenuse is PR. So we got the ratio as 5 upon 13. And lastly, tan P is the ratio of opposite side and adjacent side. We can also take the ratio of sin P and cos P, okay. So we got it as 12 upon 5. So I hope these two questions are now easy for you to solve. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with few more questions. Okay, thank you.